What would you do if you could manifest anything overnight? Sounds too good to be true, right? But what if I told you there's a little-known technique that proves exactly that? SATS, the secret to manifest your desires overnight. This technique, taught by Neville Goddard, has already transformed thousands of lives. And trust me, it's not about hard work or luck. It's about programming your mind the right way. If you've tried everything and nothing has worked, it's because you've been overlooking this crucial detail. Want to know how to activate this tool and manifest anything fast? Then stay with me, because what you're about to discover might just change your life forever. Neville Goddard taught this method decades ago, but very few people actually understood how to apply it correctly. And that's exactly why so many still struggle to manifest money, love, success. If you've tried affirmations, visualizations, and nothing has worked, chances are you've been missing the most important detail. But don't worry, I'm going to break it all down for you. I'll show you exactly how this process works, why it's so powerful, and how you can use it to manifest anything. And trust me, the results can be scarily fast. Very few people know this, but there's a specific mental state where rapid manifestation becomes almost inevitable. Neville Goddard, one of the greatest spiritual thinkers of the last century, called this state SATS, the state akin to sleep. It's that moment between wakefulness and sleep when the conscious mind relaxes and the subconscious becomes incredibly receptive. Imagine your mind as a vault, and right before sleep, the key to unlocking it is the right visualization. When used correctly, this technique can implant new beliefs into the subconscious and shape your reality effortlessly. And the best part? You don't need to spend hours meditating or repeat affirmations all day long. The secret of SATS lies in its simplicity. Unlike other practices that demand complex rituals, this technique is as easy as lying down comfortably, closing your eyes, and visualizing a short scene that represents your desire as already fulfilled. For example, if someone wants more money, they might imagine opening their banking app and seeing a balance far greater than expected. If it's love, they could visualize a warm conversation with their dream partner. The most important detail? Feeling the reality of that scene as if it were inevitable. As Neville used to say, assume it is already yours. And once the subconscious accepts this new reality, the physical world reshapes itself to match that belief. Sounds almost magical, doesn't it? But think about it. How many times has the mind sabotaged someone without them even realizing it? If negativity can attract struggles, then absolute certainty in a fulfilled desire can attract solutions. SATS is the bridge between imagination and the physical world, dissolving the mental resistance that often blocks rapid manifestation. Those who understand this dynamic realize that reality is far more malleable than it seems. And those who actually put it into practice notice something fascinating. Sometimes it only takes one night to start seeing the first signs of change. But what happens when this technique is used correctly? Many people doubt that such a simple technique could bring almost instant results. But what if I told you there are countless stories of people who have seen real changes within hours or just a few days? One particularly striking example is that of a content creator on this very platform who decided to use SATS to attract more visibility. Before falling asleep, she visualized herself receiving thousands of views and massive engagement on her video. The next morning, she opened her notifications to find a huge spike in reach. Her video had gone viral, and new followers were pouring in. What seemed like pure luck was actually a well-defined principle in action. The subconscious accepted the new reality and found ways to manifest it, fast. Followers of Neville Goddard claim that SATS can bring major results within 3 to 7 days. And this isn't just an empty promise. There are endless stories of people who have used this technique to land job opportunities, receive unexpected money, or even reconnect with loved ones who had seemingly vanished from their lives. When someone internally assumes that something has already happened, resistance dissolves, and rapid manifestation becomes second nature. The key? Repetition and conviction. What once seemed out of reach starts appearing as impossible coincidences that are, in reality, just direct responses to subconscious programming. If the mind can turn simple thoughts into real-life events, imagine what could happen if this technique were applied strategically. The secret is to repeat the visualization until it feels so real that the subconscious can't tell the difference between what's imagined and what's lived. This means it's not about luck or random chance. It's about energetic alignment. And the more you practice, the sooner you realize that rapid manifestation isn't some rare phenomenon. It's just how reality works. But how exactly can you apply this technique the right way? Neville Goddard wanted to prove that SATS was an unfailing method, so he designed a rather intriguing experiment. He instructed his students to visualize themselves climbing a ladder every night before sleep. However, during the day, they had to repeatedly affirm, "I will not climb a ladder." The goal? To test whether the subconscious mind would completely ignore the negation and manifest what had been intensely visualized in a drowsy state. The result was astonishing. Within just 3 days, every single participant reported that, somehow, they had ended up climbing a ladder, without even realizing it. This experiment reveals something fundamental about the power of the mind. The subconscious doesn't differentiate between what's real and what's imagined. It simply accepts whatever is fed to it with conviction. If a short, repetitive scene could make people unconsciously climb a ladder, imagine what could happen if you visualized wealth, love, or success in the same way. The issue is, most people unknowingly spend their days reinforcing limiting beliefs, programming their subconscious against their own desires. This is exactly why techniques like SATS are so effective. They train the mind to work for you rather than against you, making rapid manifestation feel effortless. The lesson here is crystal clear. It doesn't matter what you consciously say. What truly shapes your reality is what your subconscious accepts as truth. So instead of wasting energy doubting or reinforcing obstacles, why not use this very principle to attract what you actually want? Those who grasp this concept realize that with the right technique, anything can be manifested. And to ensure SATS works at its full potential, there are a few powerful practices that can supercharge your results. The simplicity of SATS is what makes it so powerful, but certain practices can make it even more effective. The first key point is understanding that there's no need to overload the visualization with excessive details. A simple mental image is enough to communicate with the subconscious. Many people believe they must feel intense emotions, or add an overwhelming amount of sensations. But that's not essential. The subconscious works with direct impressions, so repeating a short, clear scene is enough. If someone wants to manifest a new job, visualizing a handshake with a boss, a signed contract, or an email notification can be enough to send the right message. Another crucial factor is consistency. Repetition is what solidifies mental programming. Doing SATS just once can bring results, but the more often the mind is trained to accept a new reality, the easier rapid manifestation becomes. People who truly master this technique make it a habit, just like brushing their teeth before bed. After all, this isn't just about wishing for something once and hoping it happens. It's about imprinting certainty onto the subconscious until the desired reality becomes second nature. This explains why those who persist with the practice start noticing changes in unexpected areas of their lives as well. Finally, there's the ideal environment and timing. SATS works best when the body is fully relaxed and the mind is already drifting towards sleep. That's why it's most effective to practice it every night, right before falling asleep. This transition into drowsiness makes it much easier for the subconscious to accept new mental images without resistance. Over time, this practice becomes so automatic that reality begins to shift almost effortlessly. But there are still a few small adjustments that can speed up results even further, especially when it comes to creating the perfect environment for manifestation.